What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Vigtig, piece of shit. Let's get into the video. You don't need a longer intro than that.
What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be remaking a video I made the other day about this guy named Hun the Hound. Now, while there was a lot of backlash on that video, I just want to make it clear, this video is not an apology in any way. I don't fucking care. I just personally didn't like how I laid out my argument in that video.
We're about to do the real nigga challenge now. As you can see, this motherfucker just said he privated the video, although he doesn't care. Which is awfully weird, awfully wild, awfully funny, but I would like to point out the simple fact of he didn't just make this a sequel to that video clarifying his arguments, obviously. Which means he probably either does care or he doesn't want the fucking bigger nigga to see it. Just saying.
And I wanted to redo it because I think a lot of people were not understanding the points I was trying to make.
So, yeah, basically what he's saying is that he agrees with every single point, but he took the video down because other people didn't understand him. You clearly said you don't fucking care in the previous part of the video. Like, what the fuck is this shit? That's some pussy behavior, but okay. Okay, let's move on.
The video I made previously was pertained to this clip where he dresses his son up in his furry costume.
Okay, so obviously I'm going to be skipping most of the clip because most of the clip has the actual child's face, and with the argument that he's going to make later in this video, well, showing the kid's face is obviously going to, you know, help him get bullied in the future. Because I'm not a dumbass.
Look up. Is he okay?
You're probably looking out the mouth. Okay, push it down, push it down. Stand up.
So the kid seems to be happy. I don't think there's any like actual child abuse there, but where I was coming from with the abuse in the previous video was more in a sense of mentally abusing him, because when he gets older, he's going to be confused because he's like, well, my dad dresses up as this, so I am a grown-ass man. I should still be playing pretend and shit, right?
Genuine question, would you say this about trans people? First of all, okay, with the argument you make later in this video, I can make the genuine case that you would say this about trans people. Also, mental abuse is also child abuse. Obviously, I'm not retarded.
Just wanted to pop in and post and say, yeah, abuse is definitely kind of a harsh term to put there. I definitely would have liked to use a different term. I just don't know what else I really should use.
Just call it weird. Just say you think it's weird and move the fuck on. This is why sometimes a video needs to only be like 2 minutes long, because holy fuck, you'll over-explain some bullshit and then you'll have to like literally re-explain it like 6 times because your dumbass decided to take a 2-second point where you could just be like, oh, that's weird, and then you decided to drag it out for 5 minutes. Like, what the fuck, bro?
It's just not, it's going to wire his brain differently. It's going to make him think differently. It's probably going to get him picked on in like high school and things like that. And
luckily for me, I cut his face for the most part out of the video. So, you know, I don't have to worry about that on my end. But he left his, the kid's face in his part of the video. So, you know, that's kind of fucked up. But, you know, contributing to bullying is okay, I guess.
And I just think it's a very weird thing to be exposing your 6-year-old son to, especially when you have content up like this.
Do you want to know why he's not texting you right now?
This man cannot cut a video to save his fucking life. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Not to even mention, that's the same fursuit that he put his son in.
Okay, he's doing a fucking meme joke thing. I don't actually think that he's like fucking in the fursuit, and if he is, well then he's doing something inherently wrong, and he shouldn't put his kid in a fucking mersuit, they call it? They have a term for this shit. It's fucking gross.
So I think it's very, very odd, especially when you have posts like this talking about vor on your Instagram.
First of all, he's not introducing the kid to the vor. Second of all, putting your kid inside of your fursuit does not mean you're introducing him to the entire furry fandom and all of its content. Obviously, stupid point, but okay, you're allowed to have your opinion because I believe in democracy, motherfucker. You do you, man. You do you.
I really just don't think it's a community that you should be exposing your son to either. It's just a very odd community as a whole. There is a lot of good people in the community, but it's just a very odd community. I know personally I've had a lot of experiences with furries on VR chat specifically, and most of them I've met are absolute freaks that are just sexually driven to weird, degenerate shit. Now, I'm not saying that he 100% is. That post on Instagram definitely could have been ironic, but if not, definitely I don't think he should be exposing his child to that side of his life.
Obviously, your kid probably shouldn't be like looking at fucking vor or any of this fucking weird ass shit. But also, he just put him in a fucking fursuit. It's not that deep. It's not that big. It's not that wide. It didn't open any holes for you. He's not getting sucked into the black hole, man. Okay? He just was in a fursuit for I don't know how long because you didn't, like, make that clear. But, you know, it's just a fucking fursuit, dude. It's just a fursuit.
A lot of people will go and say that it's just the same as cosplay or it's the same as LARPers and things like that. And I'm just like, no, it's not, because they know that they're not that thing. These people that are furries a lot of times think that they are the animal or they want to actually be the animal. And Noetherians are a whole different thing. And I don't even want to address that because I honestly just think it's very disgusting in general.
So you acknowledge being a Therian and fucking being a furry are two different things, but then you put them in the same boat. Kind of cringe. Kind of like you're ignoring reality. It's kind of like humans are more likely to, you know, say whatever they believe instead of telling the truth. Also, you can make this argument for trans people, which I might explain in greater detail if they make a response, but, you know, it's America. We live in fucking democracy land, so who cares?
But I'm not saying that all furries shouldn't have kids or anything like that, but what I am saying is that you should definitely separate your furry life away from your kids, and I don't think you should be exposing your kids to that at a young age, because I could see that definitely leading to a lot of dissociative issues and things like that.
You being able to see something isn't the same as it actually happening. Also, having a parent who's into the furry fandom too he will be more involved and be more likely to keep people away from the sexual content within the fandom. While I still don't think you should be a part of the fandom until you're most likely 18, but, you know, it's way easier for a person to help you in certain situations if they know what you're going through. Obviously.
And if you want to go and hate on this video, I don't give a shit. Go hate on my video. I don't care. I privated the previous video just because there was a lot of points that I didn't like that I made. Again, this is in no way an apology. I still think it's very weird. I'm still using the same thumbnail.
So wait, do you record all of this shit in one take? Because you, like, quite literally contradicted yourself, but okay. Okay. Remember, do not actually hate on this guy's video, it's cringe to do so.
Another point I'd like to address on why I think the fandom is just degenerate as a whole, again, not saying that every single member is just because the Reddits for porn for furries have more members than the regular Reddits for furries. Not to mention sites like E621, which have like over 700,000 members.
Yeah. I unfortunately have to agree with this, because you motherfuckers are horny for no fucking reason. It's fucking wild. You're just all horny for no reason. It's fucking retarded. It's fucking stupid. It's cringe. It's bad. It's gay.
It's not that huge of a community in the grand scheme of things, and a large part of it consumes this type of degenerate content.
Yeah, it's really fucking wild. The last people who tried to separate out these communities from NSFW to safer work communities, they like got completely destroyed because everybody was like, "Oh, you're homophobic," because they like connect furries to like gay pride or whatever. So yeah, they do all that shit. But basically, all I could say is I agree. There's nothing for me to disagree with here.
I personally think the whole concept of furries is a little bit degenerate in and of itself. The concept of grown-ass people going to dress up as anthropomorphic animals and fucking walk around and shit. I find it to be very strange and just weird. And like I've said in previous videos, these are opinions. I know that's something that you furries really struggle to get in your head, is that some people aren't gonna like you.
Yeah, motherfucker, that's easy to understand. But what's not easy to understand is that when we shit on you, you tell us that you know that people aren't going to like us. Do you want us to turn into like full-blown lefties where we just go like, oh, you're canceled? Like, nigga, what? Instead, you know, most furries, they will come to your comment section, they'll shit on you, and then they'll leave. Or you'll perceive it as whining, and you'll make like a second video about it. But, you know, that shit's on you.
Some people are gonna have different opinions than you. So, yeah, I'm not just coming out here as a fucking hit piece on this guy, kinda.
Yeah, I'll just classify this as a hit piece just because you're trying to make it seem like he's a bad father for putting his son in the costume. So I'll just classify it as a hit piece just for that reason. So yeah.
I just think it's very strange, and I wanted to put my opinion out there. So don't think I'm just trying to shit on this guy because he's a furry. No.
Wait a minute. That's what the video is about. You don't think he should put him in a fursuit because it introduces him to being a furry, and you think being a furry is bad and degenerate. That's what the video is about. Why are you being stupid? Why are you being dumb?
Oh, I'm trying to show weird shit to people because I think that it needs to be brought to light.
Yeah, that just contradicts your last statement. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the end of the video. Obviously, he's him. He's literally him. He is the man. He is him. Literally him.
Put your nose up in these britches. We'll see a deep throat, 0.5 inches. Yeah. Suck my dick. I stuck my fingers in. You were high on heroin. Are you now remembering?